Hey guys, this is Zach Kesey, PowerPoint presentation for the EDU 1107 Foundations of Education Microteaching assignment. The objective of this PowerPoint is to learn the different stages of Erikson's theory of psychosocial development. Go over a brief history of Erikson. He was born 1902 in Germany. He first studied child development at the Vienna Psychoanalytic Institute and studied psychology at Harvard. He was the first male to practice child psychoanalyst in the Boston area. His work is premised off of Sigmund Freud. As he studied the 5 stages of development, he went on to create his own 8 stages of development from that. In fact, when he decided to get into psychoanalysis, he decided after meeting with Anna Freud, that's kind of what got him into pursuing this. His main contribution to psychology was his development theory. Erikson's theory. Erikson's theory is based on what each person possesses as far as characteristics and how they're developed by the many aspects of relationships in life. He states that every person has their own identity composed of different personality traits. These traits can be innate or they can be acquired. They vary based on the influence of the environment for the individual. The development is presented in 8 stages. During these 8 stages, individuals encounter crisis that they must resolve or overcome. Stage 1, infant to 18 months. This is trust versus mistrust. In this stage of trust, the infant looks to the primary caregiver for stability. If trust is gained, a sense of security is felt, and the infant learns to trust people around them. If trust is gained, this contributes to the virtue of hope. Hope shows support for the infant from other people. If there is a lack of trust and lack of hope, this will lead to mistrust. This can lead to the insecurity in people and the world around them. Stage 2, 18 months to 3 years. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. During this stage, the child will be discovering new skills and abilities. They are taught to take care of their basic needs. If autonomy is accomplished, virtue of will be instilled in the child. If the child experiences shame and doubt, they cannot perform the tasks on their own. They doubt themselves and they're embarrassed because they still need help accomplishing these tasks. Stage 3, 3 years to 5 years. Initiative versus guilt. During this stage, the child begins to plan and initiate activities with others, and they create interpersonal skills. During this stage, the child should show assertiveness as they interact with other children. Also during this stage, the child asks questions and begins to start doing things on their own. If this is accomplished, the virtue of purpose will be instilled within the child. Failing to have purpose leads to assistance from others. When this happens, guilt is instilled within the child. Stage 4, 5 years to 13 years. Industry versus inferiority. During this stage, the children start grade school. This is where teachers begin to take an important role. as the learning begins. During this stage, maturation and self-awareness begin to happen with the child. They begin to have competition between peers as they understand how to set goals and to accomplish those goals. They create confidence in themselves and they create confidence in others. The virtue of competence is created during this stage with industry. The non-development of skills in this stage lead to inferiority. Stage 5, 13 years to 21 years. Identity versus role confusion. I found this stage quite interesting, mainly due to the fact that a lot happens between the age of 13 and 21. The exploration of personal values, beliefs, and goals during this stage can change drastically from the age of 13 to 21. During this stage, the person starts to set a direction in life. They create a self and personal identity, kind of start to figure out who they are. They have that transition from childhood to adulthood, which we all know can be very tough. When they get to the older stage, as they finish high school, they start to understand the major roles as an adult. Responsibility, jobs, even some personal life that is beginning. They can create the virtue of fidelity if they're able to commit oneself to others. If they're not sure of the direction or if they cannot figure out the identity of themselves, this can lead to role confusion. Stage 6, 21 years to 39 years. Intimacy versus isolation. During this stage, again, it is a wide age range, and one may see many different developments during this stage. At 21 years, you're a young adult, finishing college, and most likely you're still single, versus someone that is close to the 39-year age, who may have a family, is settled down, and has a pretty good grasp on their career choice and their sense of purpose in life. Forming of intimate and loving relationships with others is a success during this stage. If all that is successful, relationships are made with others, the virtue of love is established. Failure happens during this stage if one is isolated and experience loneliness. They may not be sure their ultimate purpose in life, and some of them may not have a career that they are happy with. Stage 7, 45 years to 65 years. Individuals in this stage tend to be your established people in life. They've been doing things the same for a long time. Most of them have, if they've had kids, are older kids. And many of them are getting ready for retirement. This stage showed generativity versus stagnation. During this stage, long-lasting benefits are created, usually with one's career and with one's family. They feel successful if they have accomplished things in life and they feel that they're being useful to society. If this is accomplished, the virtue of care is created. Stagnation occurs, and the individual feels as if they failed if they believe that they are unproductive and they do not give much to society. Stage 8, 65 years and older. Ego integrity versus despair. Most, if not all, of the individuals in this stage are retirees. This is a final stage where the individual is either happy with what they did in life or they are not. Ego integrity is created when a sense of fulfillment is felt by the individual and they feel as if they have accomplished things of significance, that they've reached their life goals. During this stage, these individuals like to give back to society. They like to share some of their experiences in life in efforts to help some of the younger individuals. If the individual is not happy, they're dissatisfied in what they've done over their life, this can lead to despair and hopelessness. The virtue of wisdom can be established and shared out to others during this stage. But the evaluation of Erikson's theories, I just wanted to give just a quick evaluation on some of the information that I learned. We do know that his theories are based on the different stages of development in life. I feel like many people can relate to Erikson's theories because generally speaking, we experience every one of these theories in each stage of life. And it's either a sink or swim situation. If we have success in each stage, it builds confidence. It makes the next stage stronger. If we lack success in a stage, this creates conflict and it can become a problem for future development. As you can see, these are the references that I used for creating this PowerPoint presentation. I'd like to thank you for watching and taking the time to understand Erikson's developmental theories.